the minimum for the Robbins Cup is 10K, right? Minimum 10K. So let's just say I did the minimum. When you get up 500, 600%, and sometimes even 100, right? I'll be honest, but this is a competition, so I'm going 600. When you get up 600% on 10K, that would be $60,000, right? So when my account gets to $60,000, what you then do is you don't touch 50K and you just leave 50K there, maybe even 40, right? Because no matter what happens to the other 20, you can keep trading the other 20. And if you lose 100% of the other 20, you still leave the year 400% up. That's how you play the game.
I got Hitman on the beat. School out.
Secure the bag with 1017 Scoochie.
Scoochie.
Yeah, Puerto Rico, East Atlanta.
Yeah.
Well, Miami.
Go.
My money machine go beep, I love the sound that it make. Plus all the racks I'm count, I think that my machine about to break. Secure the bag, yeah, that's the brand, and we get to the bag. These private flights, Miami nice, these Gucci bags full of cash. So when Tay Sweat from Puerto Rico, we go hard for the cheese. It's all legit, we making grip, they think I'm still selling keys. I just Cartier my eyes.
Yo, what's going on, family? Hope y'all having a good day so far. I hope the week is going good so far. Let's see what's Wednesday. So, yeah, midweek, markets aren't going too crazy right now. We're in a very pivotal point for the market. It does look like it's creating kind of like a triangle pattern. So, triangle patterns are signaling or usually signal the end of a move. So, you know how we do there. Before we go over charts today, I'm going to actually front run our podcast today. So we're going to do the podcast. Very good. What's good, Mo? So we're going to front run the podcast segment today because I have something important I want to talk about, right? So we're going to front run the podcast today. Then we'll go over charts and things like that once we let everybody go, right? The replay. So with that being said, let's see. All right, I'm gonna let a few more people come in here. I at least want 150 people here live, and then we go ahead and go. But nonetheless, I felt like this would be a great start for the day. Get things going, push, get the podcast going, and then, like I said, we get everybody out of here, and then we can chart a little bit. Okay? First things first, I'm gonna move our start time for the lives, like when we go live to start trading in the morning. I'm going to move that back to 9 a.m. For two reasons. I usually notice that nobody really shows up until about then. Not nobody, but most people kind of, even if I go live at 8:30, most people kind of sprinkle in at 9. I think it's a lot better. And when I say 9, I mean 9 Central, right? 9 Central. So 10 Eastern, 9 Central, right? And so that's one thing. Number 2, 10 Eastern, 9 Central will be the new time. Number 2 reason why I want to do that is because we don't technically day trade. We are more swing traders, right? And so what I've noticed for me is that the move and the contract cost don't get where we need them to be and kind of calm down until about 10 Eastern, right? That's when news should be out of the way. In most cases, sometimes they'll have news at 10. Sometimes they'll have news at 2 p.m. Eastern. So either way, it's still usually on a normal day, still usually not calm until about 10 Eastern, right? So with that being said, I want to make sure that we are maximizing our time, number 1, but number 2, we're maximizing our cost on our contracts for swings, right? So that's what we'll start doing. We'll have maybe like that 10 a.m. Eastern, 9 a.m. Central start time, especially because I know a lot of my people in like Houston. I think Houston, Dallas. I even got some people in like Arkansas, stuff like that are on Central. So I think that'll be better for everybody. What else do I want to talk about? Yeah, I think that was it as far as like updates, time, and stuff like that. Yeah. All right. So what's good, Gigi? So I want to actually put this message out for you all to teach it's a message as far as how you should be thinking with a lot of things, right? As far as risk management, as far as understanding what to do or how to spread your money out, right? Once again, not a financial advisor. This is just what I do, right? And so I want to talk about that risk situation, okay? Because number one, I don't want anybody, I don't think any of y'all are, but I don't want anybody to get lost in the sauce with what I'm doing in the World Cup Championship, because it's public, right? And so what can happen, what's good, Crystal? What can happen, Brother Dre in the video, what's good, fam? What can happen is you can see how I trade publicly, right? And as far as this account, and you'll start trying to emulate that, right? And I've said it already not to do it. I need to put it out publicly just in case there's somebody in the, behind the dumpster watching, peeking in, trying to, copy us. I want to make sure I protect everybody as much as possible. Kyle in the building, what's good, fam? So I have to say this, right? Number one, the way I'm trading in the World Cup, right? So we're dealing with the Robbins World Cup Championship, right? The way I'm trading in this championship is not the way you want to trade with all of your money, right? I didn't take all of my money and put it over here. That's not how you do things. As a matter of fact, to make the math pretty simple, so the minimum for the Robbins Cup is 10K, right? Minimum 10K. So let's just say I did the minimum. I did a little bit more than the minimum, but let's just say I did the minimum, right? The minimum is 10K. To keep the math simple, we're going to use that minimum. Now, you put 10K in, right? Keep in mind, I don't want to brag. I don't like people to think I'm bragging, but I have a lot more money than 10K. Right? A whole lot more money than 10K. Okay? So, with that being said, 10K to me, let me say it in this way. 10K to me, remember I always say, we trade red bottom money, red bottom money, red bottom money. So if we lose the red bottom money, it's like, whatever, I was going to go buy a pair of red bottoms. I was going to buy a pair of red bottoms anyway. So the money that I lost over there, I was just going to put them on my feet and walk on that money. I was literally about to put that on my feet and walk on that money, right? And so that's why I tell you all, trade with red bottom money, trade with red bottom money, trade with red bottom money, right? Now, the reason why I'm saying this is because what I have, so I missed the time changes for Sunday. No, time changes are just for the lives here. So the live trading in the mornings will be at 10 Eastern, 9 Central, versus jumping straight in at market open. I want to let the market get all this shit out of the way, let it do its thing, and then we can go ahead and go. All right. So, that's right. Jordan money, red bottom money, however that looks, right? I was about to go buy 2 pair of Jordans. That's $200-$300 a pop. Cool. $600. There you go. $600. You was gonna walk on that money anyway. Trade it instead, right? That's how we do it. And so it's the same thing with the Robbins Cup. Right? Robbins Cup, I put in my version of red bottom money. It's like, I could buy a Rolex with this. Something I'm going to put on my watch once or twice, a week when I go, because, I'm working out or either working. So I don't go out much and I don't work out in my Rolex, which I don't really own any Rolexes now because there's a lot of deals in the market. And I just speaking with a mentor of mine who's at the 9-figure level, I realized shouldn't be wearing or having Rolexes when there are deals in the market. So my money's in the market. But anyway, yeah, like I was gonna put that money on the Rolex, throw it in the market, right? If I lose it, it'd be similar to me buying a Rolex and never wearing it. That's happened before too. It just sit in the damn box, right? So that's how we trade, right? this is what I'm trying to get in a lot of y'all's heads, because what happens is a lot of times is you get people, and I've seen this over and over again, right? Over and over again. People take their life savings and they gamble it on options or futures. That's the wrong thing to do. I've always said this, that not all, but majority of my money is in shares. Shares. Invested. Not gambling on options, right? Don't get me wrong, I'm really good at what I do. The options are a gamble for most people. So are futures. So I just have to put that out there so that we can get into what we're talking about here, right? All of y'all who are live, y'all pretty much already know this, right? Y'all already know this already because I've mentioned as I took my entry live in the competition, I said I'm willing to take some drawdown because I know we got to go up a little bit more, but I want to be all in my position. So I'm willing to go, But I want to say this part, right? Learning your risk to reward, learning when you have your red bottom money at stake versus your life savings, right? I put red bottom money into this competition, right? Once again, I have to say this because I've been in plays. My STB folks, y'all know what I'm talking about. We've been in plays before that if I don't say things clear enough, well, Ty, I didn't know I wasn't supposed to put all my money on this one play. Like, all right, look. I have to say these things clear as day so people know, hey, do not, I was going to cuss, do not do that, right? So as a teacher, I've learned to clearly communicate things and clearly say things to say, listen, do not do this, right? Or if you're going to do this, do it in, the way I personally do it, which is red bottom money, right? All right. So now that we got that out the way, the competition that I'm in, once again, I put in red bottom money, right? We good, right? And so remember, I said, look, I'm willing to get all in. I was up 227%. I said, I know there's a potential the market can move maybe another $100 against me, right? I think it's moved $70 against me so far. So I know the market can move $100 against me so far. I'm willing to take a 100, maybe, I think I even said up as high as a $200 move against me so that I can go get 600, 700, right? So I'm willing to take that risk, okay? Now, the way that I did it is with red bottom money, right? Red bottom money. And so what I tell people is I say, listen, I took a risk and I'm taking a risk to make history. When some people take the risk that I take, they're not playing with red bottom money. And that's why I have to say this, right? They're not playing with red bottom money. So I have to put this out there. And that's why I want to teach it live too. Because I'm sure somebody who's not in the Telegram or not in the Discord with us is still trying to follow some kind of way, trying to follow what I do and trade their account with me outside the Discord. So I have to say this and put it, publicly, right? Listen, this is red bottom money for me. Okay, number one. Number two, the risk to reward of the red bottom money is worth it to me to say, hey, would you give, let's say I put 25,000 in, right? But we use 10K, but let's say I put 25K in. Would you take 25,000 out of your pocket and say, hey, I want to be the best trader. I want to be top 3 traders of all time. That's how I look at the risk to reward. And so people on the outside of the Discord and people inside of the Discord, right? Keep in mind not to do what I do, right? I'm trying to make that simple, right? I'm trying to make that simple and say, look, what I'm doing it because I'm like, hey, I've already proven we know how to trade. That's easy, right? 200%. And I could have just walked it and went from 200 to 300 and 300 to 320, 320, 350, 350, 400, 400, 500, right? That's easy. That's not what I'm aiming for, right? I'm aiming, because see, that's how you, steady, consistent, and you end the year at, maybe 300%, which is solid. If I'm managing somebody's money, shout out to my people who do that. If I'm managing somebody's money, yes, that's what you want to do, right? You want to slow walk your way, right? If you are playing with a large amount of your money, of course, slow walk it, because 300%, 200%, shit, 100% on a large amount of money, like your money, your big pile of money, solid returns, right? That's not what this competition is about. This competition is not about slow walking or maintaining a certain, no. They don't, when you hit the leaderboards, they don't look at you and say, oh, this person wins because he maintained. Like literally, if you are in the number 2 or the number 3 spot, they're not looking at you maintain. No, you number 3, my dude. I mean, great job, good returns. Like if somebody does 6, I'm just gonna put me in the seat, right? My target hits, our target hits, right? In next month and a half, our target hits, and I go to 800%, 700%, 500%, right? And then I slow walk my way to 1,000, and somebody's at 600%. The winner from last year did less than 500, right? Let's say he does 550 this year, 600, but I'm at 900. Guess what? They're gonna look at me and they're gonna go, oh shit, that's the man. Then they're gonna look at the winner from last year who did 600%, and they're gonna go, he was consistent, but y'all know the saying, nobody remembers number 2, especially on a yearly basis. Right now, you number 2, number 3 of all time. Yeah, you probably get remembered, but number 2, number 3 of 2024, nobody remembers that shit. And so, yes, this is a competition not of consistent, right? That's right. Tay Sweat strikes again. That's right. This is not about being consistent. No. I'm putting it on the line because I want that number 2, number 1 spot of all time, right? Of all time. So yeah, I'm going to, aim to knock it out the park this year, but I'm not competing against people this year, right? I'm competing against people or against everyone of all time, right? So once again, I just have to say that don't put all your money in, and play the way I play, right? Number 2, understand that I am able to play in a way like that because I've leveraged myself in a way to where that's red bottom money and then the rest of my money is over here, right? I can do that. So just know. That's right. I'm playing different than what most people should be playing, okay? I just have to say that. Jay Morgan, he said, damn, that's a different perspective. Yeah. And I have to tell people, you got to be mindful. Like this, once again, this competition is not about consistency, right? People want to, people are talking to me now and they're like, man, you could have just stayed in the number 1 spot. Nobody's still done 220%. I'm like, I'm not trading to stay in number 1 the whole time. No, I'm willing to disappear. And then, like I've been doing, I go number 3, I disappear. I go number 2, I disappear. I go number 1, right? And I blew everybody out once I hit number 1, right? Blew everybody out. Nobody even hit 200% yet. I was at 227, right? Disappear, same strategy. Disappear. The next time you see me up there, the goal is to lap the fuck out of everybody. And I have a game plan. Then once I get to a comfortable space, 600%. Cool. 600% on, let's keep using 10K, right? And this is a lesson for y'all because this is how y'all should be trading. When you get up really big, this is how I would suggest. This is a suggestion. This is what I do, right? When you get up 500, 600%, and sometimes even 100, right? I'll be honest, but this is a competition, so I'm going 600. When you get up 600% on 10K, that would be $60,000, right? So when my account gets to $60,000, what you then do is you don't touch 50K and you just leave 50K there, maybe even 40, right? Because no matter what happens to the other 20, you can keep trading the other 20. And if you lose 100% of the other 20, you still leave the year 400% up. That's how you play the game, right? And see, nobody knows this. Nobody Nobody understands that part of it. And so it's like, no. Risk it. Boom, 700%, 800%, 900%, 500%, whatever. And then when you get there, then you carve out a huge amount and leave it there. So yeah, then you can be consistently in the rankings while I use the other money to keep growing, right? But you gotta get there first, right? And so 200% was not enough for me to play that game yet. It's not enough for me personally, not to aim for 1,500%, 2,000%. It wasn't enough for me to do that yet. So, that's how we do it. So for all my people in the Discord, y'all know what's up, right? Y'all been doing this with me live, but my people who are on the outside watching, trying to emulate what I'm doing, just be careful, man. I don't want nobody hitting me up talking about, I tried to take all the trades you were taking and do what you do. Don't do that. Don't do that. All right? Don't do that. Right? Please don't do that. That's right. I gotta throw the disclaimer out there. All right, so that's kind of what I wanted to put out there. Yeah, because there's always gonna be a few. I've been doing this way too long now I understand how people move, and that's why I always, because I'll get that message, Tay, Tay, it was a cold summer. I tried to follow a trade the way you were doing it. I put all my money on the line. That's right. I put all my money on the line. Money my grandmama left me. And I put it on a 1-week expiration date tag. 100% of it. And I lost all my mama's money. So no, man, I have to, just make sure, I have to make sure, man, I communicate this stuff with y'all, man. That's really what this is. All right. I don't want anybody, ill-advised or taking ill-advised trades. Right? That's right. Tay, I did what you did. So, yeah, I just have to say that. Smith, appreciate it, fam. We get into it. Fam said, looking lean, Tay. Yeah, we get into it. So, been on a diet, I got my treadmill desk back so I can, knock down 2,000-3,000 calories, while I'm working per day. We locked in. That's all I needed. I needed some time to sit with myself. No more traveling. Because when I travel, I'm on the road. I'm usually not forced, but like it's a lot harder to be on the diet. So it almost feels like I'm forced to just eat a bunch of bullshit. Even though it's vegan, it's like you go to somewhere, they're like, we got French fries. Damn. All right. What else you got? Especially the little smaller cities. Most cities, they might have acai bowls and, smoothie shops and stuff like that. I can make that work. But a lot of times, you got vegan pizza, you got vegan pizza and, French fries at certain restaurants. So being able to be steady and that's why, I'm buying real estate in multiple cities. That way, when I'm back in, Phoenix, we got a spot. It's just, make sure the refrigerator's got food, right? Or make sure, we got, smoothie, I call it smoothie machine. Make sure you got your blender, Miami, you got your spot. Okay, cool. We in Miami, everything is right there. So that's kind of how it works. Yeah, GG, you right. But I honestly, at this point, I just don't trust the ingredients. The chef can be totally fine, make a vegan, whatever, but if your restaurant is just trash because they're trying to watch the margins, and so they're getting the cheapest fucking foods and the cheapest oils and the cheapest, then no matter what the chef gonna do, he gonna throw together some bullshit. So for me, I'm like, all right, I'm going to, do my best to just lock in, at one of our spots and just be cool there. You see, meal prep can be a lot. I'm trying not to pack the meal. Yeah, meal prepping is a lot. And for me, if I can't meal prep or something like that, I just a lot of times I'll fast. I'll fast and then I'll eat one meal a day, right? Or if I'm going to have fluids, I'll just drink juices. Y'all see me drink a lot of juices or teas. I just juice, tea, meal, done, right? So that's how I usually do it. True, why you're in that restaurant in the first place? Well, Gigi, I would say the same thing, right? Normally I would say the same thing, like, why you even here? But you'd be surprised, Gigi. Vegan restaurants, some of the like cleaner restaurants, still they're trying to cut margins. So I told you about the restaurant that I asked them. I was like, "Oh man, this is all vegan, and y'all supposed to be organic." Yada. I was like, "Oh man, you got a Rice Krispie treat here, right?" And I, of course, it's not healthy, but still, I'm like, I just want to see what ingredients y'all use because it tells me how ethical you are with your ingredients. I'm like, "Oh man, what's this on this Rice Krispie treat?" "Oh, Fruity Pebbles." I'm like, "What the?" Get the fuck out of here, right? So, yeah, man, like, you think it's, safe to just say it's a vegan restaurant, it's cool. Nah, it's not. It's not. It's not. So yeah, that's right. Everybody trying to capitalize on the vegan trend. And so, yeah, you got to have some bread. You have to have a lot of money to be able to get the best or the cleanest products, the cleanest vegan products or the cleanest products, period, to make the vegan dish. I even be worried, like one of my favorite spots is True Food Kitchen. If I'm in a city that has a True Food Kitchen, right? Unfortunately, Puerto Rico doesn't have one. But when I'm in a city that has a True Food Kitchen, that's one of my favorite spots. Especially if I'm meeting someone that eats, I don't want to say it like that. If I'm meeting somebody that eat meat. But no, if I'm meeting somebody if I'm having dinner or lunch, like a business meeting with somebody that is not vegan, right? If I'm doing that, True Food's probably gonna be the best spot to go because, I can get that cauliflower, that harissa cauliflower at True Food with the dates. Woo! It's so good, right? It's so good. So that's one of my favorite, right? So, I'll get me, hey, bring me the cauliflower, and then I'll get maybe a side of the hummus. I say, hey, okay, cauliflower, bring the hummus out with the veggies, and I get them to chop up the cucumbers, the tomatoes, and the olives. I eat the hummus with that, the cauliflower, and then if I'm really, really hungry, I'll tell them also bring me the veggie burger because they have a vegan veggie burger that's really good. It's like a beet burger, I think. No bread. I don't want the big puffy bread. Bring it on the flat bread, right? Woo! That's my meal right there. That's my meal. Does the smell of meat bother you? Yes. If you cooking like bacon or eggs is the worst. If you cooking eggs, the smell of dead baby fetus being burned on the grill, this is worse. Woo! That shit is the worst. That's right, Christian. That's the worst. Me and Christian, the gym we go to in Puerto Rico, they have like a restaurant kind of like in the gym so they can, make the food when you leave. Good God. We be in there working out and they get to cooking the omelet and I'm like, kill me now. Like, goodness gracious. That is horrible. It's horrible. Yeah. Seriously. Said, not dead baby fetus. That's what it is. That's what it is. Yeah. That's what it is. See, we have been conditioned. We have been conditioned, to be honest, to soften up things, right? From the food all the way over to, I even hear it in real estate. For my real estate agents in the house, right? Y'all say shit like this, right? Keep it real. If the house is super small, y'all don't say, oh yeah, it's small, I get it. No, it's a quaint oasis. It's like, no, it's small. Like, just call it what it is. It's a quaint and cozy oasis. No, it's a small fucking house that y'all are overcharging me for, right? Like, just keep it real, right? And so we have done that throughout majority of the things in our society and our culture, right? Yeah, they try to dress shit up. So instead of calling it dead baby fetus, they call it eggs, right? And I ain't gonna lie, eggs is still like, it's an egg, right? Would you take your woman's eggs and say, hey, we're not gonna impregnate your egg. We're not gonna freeze them. We're gonna fry them. You know, women freeze eggs for, just in case they need to do whatever. They take their eggs out and they freeze it for later, right? Imagine you taking your woman's eggs and saying, don't freeze those. Let's fry them. How about that? Weird. Weird, right? That's exactly what this is. And so, yeah, we don't say things like that. We don't say, give me a little pig's ass. No, you call it ham and whatever else. And so, yeah, man, that's what I'm talking about. Like, my mind goes directly to what it is, right? It goes directly to what it is. Robert said, hey, now pig's ass is good. Hey, Robert, based on your track record, fam, I am not surprised that you eat ass. So hey, I ain't mad at you, Robert. Based on your track record, Rob, look, I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised, bro. So do your thing, man. No judgment over here. No judgment over here, Rob. It's all good. Yeah, you walked into that one, Robert. You walked into that one. I had to get you. You set yourself up. That was the alley-oop, man. I had to go dunk that one. I'm not going to lie. No, you threw a nice alley-oop off the backboard for that one. Oh, man. That is hilarious. Tay with the poster. I had to. Oh, man, that was funny. That was good. All right, man. So we're going to go ahead and end the actual podcast segment. And we're getting ready to go into some charts. All right? So let's get to it.
I got Hitman on the beat. School out.
Secure the bag with 1017 Scoochie.
Scoochie.
Yeah, Puerto Rico, East Atlanta.
Yeah.
Well, Miami. My money machine go beep, I love the sound that it make. Plus all the racks I'm count, I think that my machine bout to break. Secure the bag, yeah, that's the brand, and we get to the bag. These private flights, Miami nice, these Gucci bags full of cash. So when Tay Sweat from Puerto Rico, we go hard for the cheese. It's all legit, we making grip, they think I'm still selling keys. I just Cartier my eyes, cost by G's.